ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
This week we had one interesting question about kainkaryam. What is kainkaryam? Kainkaryam is the act of a kinkara. Kinkara means a servitor, one who keeps asking, what should I do? What should I do? To the master. This kainkaryam can be in many different ways, but the Jivatma's true nature being a servitor, a servant, it will get fulfilled only when the Jivatma serves Paramatma. So that is why it is said in Shastram, Akinchit Karasya Sheshatva Anupapattihi. When at least a little kainkaryam is not done, then the servitude of the Atma becomes questionable. One can claim, I am Bhagavan's servitor, I am Bhagavan's dasa, bhakta. But if one doesn't do any kainkaryam, then such claim will become invalid. It will not be appropriate. So this kainkaryam can be in many different forms. Archaka kainkaryam, that is one is doing puja, that is a kainkaryam. PrachAraka kainkaryam, one is doing supportive role in puja, that is prachAraka. And then one may be doing cooking kainkaryam, one may be cooking for Bhagavan, and then one may be making garlands, pushpa kainkaryam. One may be cleaning the floor and sweeping and making the sannidhi clean. That is one of kainkaryam. One may be playing musical instruments, vadya kainkaryam. So kainkaryam is not just one or two, but anything which is done as part of ordained as activities in Shastram, anything which is done for the pleasure of Bhagavan, that can be said to be kainkaryam. Now this kainkaryam, there are multiple categorizations. First, let's see one categorization. Bhagavad Bhagavata Acharya Kainkaryam. So this is something we often hear whenever we go and offer obeisances to some elders in SrIvaishNava Sampradayam. They will say, let you do more Bhagavad Bhagavata Acharya Kainkaryam. So this is the blessing we get from elders generally. That is, one has to do kainkaryam to Bhagavan, one has to do kainkaryam to Bhagavatas, Bhagavan's bhaktas, devotees, those who are totally surrendered to him. And then one has to serve Acharya. Acharya is the one who performs Panchasamskaram, who is giving Rahasyatraya Upadesham, who is guiding one in Sampradaya principles. So, Bhagavad Bhagavata Acharya Kainkaryam is one category, one categorization. So here Bhagavad Kainkaryam means, as we saw, there is Archaka Kainkaryam, Paricharaka Kainkaryam, cooking Kainkaryam, Pushpa Kainkaryam, cleaning Kainkaryam, managing the stores, managing the provisions for the sannidhi, managing the activities in the sannidhi. Many of these will be Bhagavad Kainkaryam. Now Bhagavata Kainkaryam means serving Bhagavatas. Bhagavatas are those who are totally surrendered to Bhagavan. They consider Bhagavan as the Upayam and Bhagavan as the Upayam. Bhagavan as the means to attain him, and after attaining him, one will do eternal service to Bhagavan. So those who have such attitude can be defined as Bhagavatas in a very technical sense. So kainkaryam to those Bhagavatas mean it could be any help in their residence. It could be offering some dravyam for the Bhagavatas, offering money and offering materials to Bhagavatas. It could be helping them in certain physical activities. Let's say Bhagavata is doing some temple kainkaryam. We can go and assist him in his activities. We can be supplementing him, complementing him. So these can all be called as Bhagavata kainkaryam. Similarly, acharya kainkaryam. Acharya is a special Bhagavata, one who is another Bhagavata, but he is still special because he is the one who is leading us to moksha. So he has a special place. So same way as Bhagavata kainkaryam, acharya kainkaryam can also be done. So this is one categorization. Another categorization is there. Vachika, Kayika, Manasika kainkaryam. Vachika kainkaryam means praising Bhagavan, praising Alvars, praising Acharyas, anything which is done through speech. Kayika kainkaryam means physical kainkaryam. That is doing activities in the temple, doing activities in Acharya Tirumaligai, Acharya's Mat, and other physical kainkaryams. Manasika kainkaryam means looking after the well-being of Bhagavan, Bhagavatas through Mangala Shasanam. Looking after the well-being of Bhagavan, Bhagavatas through constant performance of Mangala Shasanams. That is Manasika kainkaryam. Another categorization can be Dravya kainkaryam and Kayika kainkaryam. That is, one may be helping by giving materials, money and so on. That is also kainkaryam. One may be physically involved in Bhagavat Sannidhi, Acharya Sannidhi and so on. That is Kayika kainkaryam again. So Dravya kainkaryam, Kayika kainkaryam, this can be another categorization. In the present age, current age, there are other opportunities such as helping temples and Acharyas Mat or Tirumaligai in their presence in virtual world, internet and so on, how to use technology to spread Sampradayam. So these can all be seen as opportunities to serve Bhagavan and Bhagavatas and Acharya. There is another categorization which is Pramana kainkaryam, Prameya kainkaryam, Pramatru kainkaryam. So this is another categorization. We can be engaged in serving the Purvacharya's works, Alvar's works, Shastram and so on. So for example, one person may be good in writing, so he may be engaged in writing and reproducing old content from manuscripts and so on. And one may be helping to propagate Sampradayam literature through financial help, through physical help in preserving the literature, preserving the granthams, curating the granthams, translating the granthams, into multiple languages and so on. So these are all pramana kainkaryam. Pramaya kainkaryam means, as we saw, kainkaryam in sannidhis to Bhagavan, and kainkaryams in Acharya's Mat, Tirumaligai, and to help Bhagavatas. And then Pramatri kainkaryam, that is helping Acharyas, fully focused on serving the Acharya and keeping him comfortable in this world. We have to remember, when it comes to Acharya kainkaryam, Manohar Mamnikal explains how to engage with the Acharya. Acharya should focus on the Jivatmas, the Sishyas, Ujjivanam, upliftment. So he should focus on the Atma and the Atma Vishayam only, about the Shishya. He should not be too much focused on the bodily aspects of the Shishya. That is the role of the Acharya. Acharya should not be looking at the financial situation of the Shishya and encouraging him to go and earn more, be comfortable and so on. Rather, he should always instruct the Shishya to be developing Vairagyam, Jnanam, Bhakti, progressing upwards in spiritual aspects. On the other hand, the Shishya should focus on the comfort of the Acharya, physical comfort of the Acharya. He should ensure that the day-to-day activities of Acharya, his needs, whether it is the provisions for the home, whether it is his clothes, his transportation, everything, all of these should be taken care by the Shishya. So Acharya's bodily needs should be taken care by Shishya. Shishya's Atma oriented needs, that should be taken care by Acharya. So when it comes to Acharya kainkaryam, one has to physically serve the Acharya. At the same time, Acharya's instructions should also be taken into account, and that should be implemented and executed. That is also Acharya kainkaryam. Like Anantalvan went to Tirumala and served Srinivasa Bhagavan by remaining in Tirumala, Tirupati. That was based on Bhagavad Ramanuja's orders. Anantalvan took it up as his life mission, and he simply served Tirumala, Srinivasa Bhagavan, Tiruvengadamudaya. So these are some of the kainkaryam aspects. Finally, another categorization, Ihaloka kainkaryam, Paraloka kainkaryam. Ihaloka kainkaryam means whatever we do here in this world, there will be shortcomings, there will be limitations, and so on. Paraloka kainkaryam is eternal, without any shortcomings, because we will be free from all the blemishes of samsara and we will be fully engaged in kainkaryam in Paraloka. So these are some of the aspects about kainkaryam. One more thing which needs to be understood is doing kainkaryam is something which is natural for us. It's not something which we have to take it as a burden. It should be based on the gratitude we have towards Bhagavan, Bhagavatas, Acharyas, based on what they have done. They have done us great favors which we cannot imagine in this material world. Whether it is Bhagavan or Bhagavatas or Acharyas, whoever may be the case. So we must have gratitude towards them and we must serve them. Just being selfish, learn a little bit here and there, enjoy utsavams and so on, that is not the ideal way of life for a SrIvaishNava. A SrIvaishNava must be totally surrendered to Bhagavan. He must be totally surrendered to Acharya. He must ideally submit all his wealth to Acharya and only accept whatever portion he is requiring for his day-to-day activities from the Acharya. But these may be a little bit difficult. One may not get to that level of commitment. At least one can cautiously ensure that he is taking care of the acharya, he is taking care of Bhagavad Kainkaryams as much as it is possible for him, allocating some amount of time, energy and financial aspects as well for the acharya. So one must do those things. Similarly for Bhagavad Kainkaryam, one must allocate time and energy and money for Bhagavad Kainkaryam. So these things have to be thought about, and they should be naturally done with love, and that should be our goal in life. As long as we are here, we must do some kainkaryam, whatever little possible, with the intent of satisfying Bhagavan, Bhagavatas and Acharyas. This is about kainkaryam.
ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL, KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.